So we are well capitalized, fully funded, generating cash, and gearing up for the first production from the Sulfide project in the middle of this year, on budget and on schedule.
Hello, you're watching Proactive. I'm joined by ACG Metals Chairman and CEO Artem Volynets, as well as Vice President of Projects Graeme Rapley. Artem, Graeme, very good to speak with you. I'll start with you, Artem. It's been a busy end to April for ACG. You released your first quarter results and also your inaugural sustainability report. Could you give us the highlights of the results, please?
Sure, and great to be back here. Thank you very much. The results show one thing, and the only one thing that is important, and that is the quality of execution and the quality of the operating team that we have, that again delivered a bit on the street expectations. We have produced 12,000 ounces of gold equivalent. I remind you that our overall production target for the first 6 months of this year was 17.5. So we are well ahead. What's perhaps even more important is that we produce those ounces at a significantly reduced cost. You may remember that last year we discussed that we reduced our C1 operating cost by 18%. We delivered another 12% reduction in the Q1 to below $400 per ounce. And the difference between C1 and all-in sustaining costs, which are around $1,500 per ounce, are only the royalties, which obviously link to commodity prices, and we are blessed with high commodity prices so far this year. But all of that means that we are generating significant amount of cash flows with very high margins, and therefore our net debt continues to remain low, just around 1x EBITDA. Last year EBITDA was 76 million. The net debt at end of Q1 is 78 million, and our cash on balance is 122 million. So we are well capitalized, fully funded, generating cash, and gearing up for the first production from the Sulfide project in the middle of this year, on budget and on schedule, as Graeme will explain to you in a minute. We have also published our first ESG report. I have to say I'm not a big fan of all kind of reports, but it's important that we do that as a good public company and a good standing. What's more important perhaps is actually what we do with our local communities at the site where we live in a good harmony. More than 85% of all of our workers are from the local communities, and we have excellent relationship in the region. We continue to sponsor events locally, contribute to the local budgets, and most importantly, provide safe working environment for the people so they can feed their families. And as we complete the construction of the Sulfide project, we'll have more people employed from the region, which is great.
Well, Graeme, let's bring you in here. And could you tell us where ACG is with the sulfide expansion at Gediktepe, and then what the next steps are?
Yeah, Stephen, yeah, we're moving along quite quickly now. It's as in all construction jobs, it seems to take a long time to get to a certain stage, and then once you hit that stage, things move very quickly. We've got the mills in, we've got all the gearboxes, electric motors and everything lined up. We've actually turned the mills, which is a big thing for us. We're starting to put liners into the mills next week. We've got the filtration, the filter presses are already installed. We've got all of the flotation cells plus the scavenger cells already in position. In that, we've got our thickeners built. So we are actually now moving very, very quickly and heading towards, as Artem was saying, into production in the middle of this year. And our next steps are just getting everything finished off so that we can start commissioning and then start ramping up to our 70% of nameplate production over a couple of months, in the end of July, August, and then finally into commercial production, which could take several weeks or several months, depending on how well the plant commissions. And I feel that given the quality of construction, the plant is going to commission very quickly. I'm very, very comfortable in quoting when we're going to be putting the plant into ramp up, which is ramp up when I'm talking 70% of nameplate production. Things are moving very, very quickly now. Very good progress has been made. I've actually been on holiday for the last week, and they made more progress in the last week than they have done for the last 3 weeks. I told them, well, I'm going to have another 2 weeks break. But no, we are now in top gear. We've got the process plant, as you can see it in the background. It's fully cladded. We've got conveyors going in from Monday morning. We are fully into electrical fit out for absolutely everything. That's the mills, the primary crusher, the pebble crusher, and for everything else that goes in, we're now working 24 hours a day on site with the electrical team and the steel structure team and the mechanical team. So when I say 24 hours, we're actually doing 2 10-hour shifts now on that, which is speeding things up immensely. Our administration buildings, we're about 2 weeks away from having them 100% complete as well. So everything is very exciting at the moment, and things are moving very, very quickly.
I mean, it all sounds very encouraging. Artem, are you satisfied with the progress you're making?
Yes, it's great to know that the team is working hard to ensure that we are on schedule and on budget, and we deliver to our investors what we promised, which is start of production in the middle of this year, and all signs point to that moment, inshallah, as they say in Turkey. By doing so, will also allow us to hit our guidance for production this year, which is 17,500 ounces of gold equivalent in the first half. And I mentioned already, we already produced 12 of those, and 15 to 17,000 tons of copper equivalent from that thing behind me in the second part of the year. And we are very much on track and on budget to get there.
Well, I hope you'll continue to keep us updated with your progress. Thank you very much for taking the time today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's ACG Metals Chairman and CEO Artem Volynets, as well as Vice President of Projects Graeme Rapley.